On November 13th, 2020, the notorious Philadelphia Gun Club held a live pigeon shoot where hundreds of innocent birds were launched from boxes and shot for fun. The gun club is located on the Pennsylvania side of the Delaware River in Bensalem Township. In our opinion, it is truly depraved to take pleasure in the shooting, wounding, and suffering of animals. Perhaps then we shouldn't be surprised at how callously they risked human life by holding what could be called a super spreader event for the coronavirus. Look at these fools. Not one of them is wearing a mask or doing any type of social distancing. This isn't a joke. More than 250,000 Americans have died from COVID-19, and many more have survived and are suffering with long-term effects of the virus. Yet these wealthy pigeon shooters took no basic precautions that the rest of us must do. What they did was stupid and reckless, and we believe that it also violated COVID restrictions ordered by Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf. We counted at least 25 vehicles at the shoot, with 5 workers appearing to have arrived in one vehicle, meaning there were anywhere from 35 to 60 people at the event. Most of the time, shooters were crowded inside this small clubhouse, or they were crowded together outside with no masks and no social distancing. What makes this so much worse is that the shooters present represented a number of different states. On this day, we saw license plates from at least 3 different states, and that was just from the vehicles we had a view of. Though we could not see what states these cars were from, based on previous shoots, we know that shooters have come from Vermont, Maryland, Virginia, Connecticut, Massachusetts, as well as Pennsylvania, and with a large number of shooters coming from New Jersey. From our experience, a clear majority of shooters come from outside Pennsylvania to shoot pigeons at the club, and most of those states are facing serious coronavirus surges. If just one shooter or worker at the shoot was infected, which is entirely possible, then they could literally spread the virus throughout any number of states, including Pennsylvania. That's important because Pennsylvania itself is facing such an onslaught of new COVID cases that Governor Tom Wolf has ordered new restrictions on the travel into Pennsylvania. Take a look at this guy. According to the last documents we saw, he was president of the gun club. He's also an optometrist and the president of the Campus Eye group. If he is currently seeing patients, then they had a right to know about this event and should be tested for the virus. It is for this reason that we have filed a complaint against the Philadelphia Gun Club with the Health Department of Pennsylvania. This is a serious issue and it needs to be handled seriously. Lives depend on it. This was not a one-off event. Based on our history of the gun club, unless they are stopped, they may hold potential super spreader events consistently throughout the fall and winter. This is especially important as a new order issued by Governor Wolf states the following, quote, "By order issued November 17th, 2020, the Wolf administration is requiring that travelers entering Pennsylvania from other countries and states, as well as Pennsylvanians who are returning home from other countries or states, have a negative COVID-19 test within 72 hours prior to entering the Commonwealth or quarantine for 14 days upon entry into Pennsylvania." That means that any member of the Philadelphia Gun Club coming from out of state must be tested for the virus before a shoot, and they need to prove that they have done this. As our evidence of the November 13th shoot shows, the members of the gun club have shown only arrogance and defiance in the face of this deadly pandemic that has killed so many of our fellow citizens. We are therefore insisting that the state strictly enforce this new order upon the gun club by first being given the dates of all the upcoming shoots and then checking each and every out-of-state traveler to the club on the day of that shoot to see if they've been tested. We're providing contact information for the Bensalem Township and Police Department. They are the ones who are supposed to enforce this regulation. Please politely and respectfully contact them and ask them to take control of the situation so that more people don't die because of these disgusting and vile pigeon shooters. We know that the members of the Philadelphia Gun Club are wealthy and politically connected, and that they may try to avoid going through the same process that everyone else must do. Unless these rules are enforced for everyone, then the public will have no faith or trust in our government's ability to save lives.